The Rogue ST from Callaway is here, and today I'm going to be hitting it, reviewing it, and see how it stacks up against my speed that I was using last year. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Really appreciate you guys watching this video. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel and giving this video a like. It really helps me out, helps me make more videos for you guys. Without further ado, let's get into the Rogue ST review. Just got the Rogue ST. We're a January day here, Atlantic City Country Club. It's cold. It's about 40 degrees here, but this is probably the nicest day we're gonna get here in January, and it gives me a chance to hit this club outside. I like to hit new drivers outside to see how they're going, how the ball flight looks, how it feels off the face, as opposed to in the simulator. Yes, I like to hit them in the simulators too and getting my numbers, but sometimes they can lie to you. So I think it's important to get out here. Now, the first thing I'm noticing with the Rogue ST is the different look. They went with a completely different look here in 2022, and I really like it. Okay, it's sleek. It's just really good colors to kind of, with the gold and black, to kind of just complement each other. Now, the top of the driver is a matte black finish. I really love the matte black look. Okay, so number one, if we're going by looks, this is one of the nicest looking drivers, if not the nicest looking driver that Callaway has ever come out with. I don't know if many people out there are gonna be, are not gonna like this matte black finish. For me, it really makes a lot of sense and it really looks really good. There's not gonna be any reflection. Sometimes when you get those shiny drivers, you can kind of see a reflection of something that's maybe moving, or maybe the sun's shining off the top of the club face that can get into your eye. So right away, looks, I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10 because I just don't really see a driver looking much better than this. But obviously looks is just a small portion, which sometimes can be a huge portion. It's important to like the way the club looks behind the ball. So for some, it's not too major, but for others, it is very important. And for me, really liking the way this thing looks. Now, let's go ahead and hit it a few times out here. I know we have some other tech that I kind of want to get into. They made the face a lot more stable this year. There's a few other weights and things that they kind of added that are really going to help improve this driver. Now, this driver is the Triple Diamond LS. I know there's a few different versions of this driver. There's a Max LS, a Max D for draw. So there's a couple different versions, but I have the Triple Diamond LS here. This is going to be more of the tour head. It's probably going to be one of the least forgiving of the three models. But really looking forward to hitting this and seeing how it performs. So why don't we hit about 6 to 10 shots out here, see how it feels, and then head into the simulator to see kind of, you know, how it performs in there. But overall, I'm really excited to hit this thing. I'm looking forward to it. So let's hit a few. All right, here it goes. First swing with the new club. Really excited. I'm using the 2022 Callaway Chrome Soft XLS. I'm gonna do a ball review on this, but I played a few rounds with this ball and shot 69 twice with it. I really love it and how it holds up too. The ball's been holding up really well. So ball review coming soon, but not gonna hit any range balls with this thing just yet. Get the feel with it, but let's give one a shot here. Really like the way it looks. I'm eager to see how it sounds because sound is really important to me with the driver. Some people it's not important to, but I heard this thing has a really good sound, but let's give it a try here. First swing with it. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's nice. A little high draw there. And I hit that slightly off the toe too, and it still was really good. Definitely a different sound. I didn't hit it centered, so I wondered how it's gonna sound when I hit centered, but I love the sound so far. That felt really good. Really like the way this looks and the way it sounds for sure. Oh yeah, that was more centered. And that was hammered. Is long. I mean, first impressions, I'm already absolutely loving this thing. You know, it sounds great, it feels great. And this is the least forgiving of the 3 heads. And the first shot was so off the toe that I don't even want to talk about it. And it still produced a nice little baby draw right down the center, right where I was aiming. So if this is the least forgiving of the heads, then I'm eager to see how forgiving the other heads are. So this is pretty cool stuff from Callaway. Oh yeah, that one was dead straight, right down the middle. Oh yeah. I mean, that's going a long way. 40 degrees. I know that mound over there is about 290 from the back here, and it's landing into that mound back there. So in 40 degree weather, I'm probably landing at around 290. If I had to guess, 295. I'll take that. Oh baby, that's the best one yet. I'm absolutely launching this thing. I love the way it feels. I love the way it sounds, and I love the way it looks. So far, I'm pretty much in love with this thing. Why don't we go inside, hit some balls in the simulator, and see what kind of numbers I'm getting in there. All right, after hitting 15 shots in the simulator, my numbers look really, really good. 173 miles per hour ball speed was my average. I was carrying about 295 and averaging about a 310 total. Now my spin was right around 2,500, which is really solid. I haven't even been fit for this club yet, so I'm using my old shaft. So I'm sure I can even get those numbers even better once I get fit for the right shaft and head combination. But really, really loving the numbers that I'm seeing inside the simulators. I knew I really liked it outside, the way it felt, because like I said, I think it is important to hit this club outside, inside. I think it's important to hit every club outside and inside, because it's going to sound different inside. Simulators could lie to you a little bit, so I think it's important to demo it both outside and inside. But that being said, why don't we talk about the tech a little bit on this thing. I know there's a lot of new features that Callaway had added this year. They improved upon some features, added some new ones, so let's get into it. Now the first thing I want to point out is at the back here, this little gold piece here is what they're calling the tungsten speed cartridge. Okay, so this tungsten speed cartridge is going to add weight to the back of the driver. It's going to increase speed, stability, and the MOI. Okay, so we talked about earlier how I really felt that this stability on this face was going to be so big this year, and a lot of people really only care about speed. Yes, this is going to get you faster, but this tungsten on the back here, this tungsten cartridge, is going to help with stability and speed, okay, and the MOI as well. So that's a really cool feature to the Rogue ST. The next thing I want to talk about is the jailbreak speed frame, and this is something that's really before has had a big effect on adding stability, but this year they kind of fine-tuned it, or speed-tuned it, if you will, for the ST, and they improved upon that. So I think that along with the tungsten in the back is adding to the stability, and this is the most stable face that they've ever made. There's also a new AI designed face this year. This is something they came out with a couple years ago, but their AI computer has even expanded upon it and made it better this year for lower spin and increased ball speed. So we have the new AI face, we have the new design jailbreak technology, and we have the new tungsten cartridge in the back. All that combining with lower spin, more ball speed, and most importantly, in my opinion, some people will think most importantly speed, but most importantly, the stability of the face. So those off-centered hits are not going to affect your shot. And that's what I'm seeing. The first shot I hit with this thing was so far off the toe that it wasn't even funny. It had no right to go down the middle, and that's what it did. So this thing is going to be huge for me this year. I think my driving is going to really improve. One thing that, you know, is probably one of my weaknesses in my game is my driving ability. So this year, along with the Rogue ST, I'm really going to see how much I can improve that, how much I can work on it, hit more fairways, give myself a lot more wedges into green. So There it is, guys. The review on the Rogue ST. This is the triple diamond LS like we talked about before. There's a couple different other heads out there that I'm going to eventually try, but so far I love this, and it's going right in the bag. Right away, right in the bag. First, you know, my next round I play, this is the club I'm gonna be hitting. So stay tuned for a lot of content, especially using this driver this year. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Again, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button, and when you get a chance, go out and demo the new Rogue ST from Callaway. I guarantee you're gonna like it, and maybe you'll even add it to your bag. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll see you next episode.